What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Trader Mayne. Look at the duster right now. Looking glorious. Is this better with this light? Ah! Is that better? Fucking bright. Hurts my eyes. Is this better? Or is this better? It's like learning to see. We're going dark mode. I don't care. So, what is up? Sorry I haven't streamed, guys. I've just been busy and fucking piece of shit mic. I hate this fucking thing so goddamn fucking much. I've just been busy and I'm sorry. So, I know I said be getting more videos going. I want to. Trust me. I see Trading Lord out there. He's making vlogs and fucking, other people are live streaming. And what you guys got to remember is I was the first one. You remember that blog I did 2 years ago? Mayne goes to F1? Huh? That was a banger. Everyone's like, do more of these. I'm like, bet. Never did another one. Never. And I was the fucking one streaming back in 2018 to nobody. Where were they all then? Anyways, I'm going to try and ramp shit up. Really, I need to do it, right? I've just been busy. Breakout's been going crazy. We got a lot of crazy stuff planned. So if you haven't checked out Breakout Prop, make sure you do that. And then the market's been hot the last few days. The weather's gotten nice. The Canucks were in the playoffs. So I'm sorry. Excuse. If and buts were candy and nuts. What a wonderful Christmas it'd be. And I know you guys have told me you'd watch me do anything, but at the end of the day, you're here for the juice. So I've had a big move. So I want to update you guys on kind of my thoughts on the market. But if you've been paying attention, you should be long and strong and have a killer entry. My last two major updates, occurred here and here and here. So three, right? So this one was right when I had gotten home from my trip, right? I talked about, and this was a live stream here. You can go watch it. Okay, proof's in the pudding. It's up on YouTube. Go watch it. See what I said. I said there's two things that are going to happen here. We're either going to form a higher low here and go up to the range high, or we are going to take out this low and then go up to the high. I said either way, new all-time high, move to the range high is what's next, in my opinion. Okay? What happened? Took out the low. Next video I did, and I literally posted on Telegram, on Discord, and on fucking Twitter. When it happened, I said I'm buying spot here. BTC, Sol, and ETH. Fills on Bitcoin, filthy, 57K. Fills on Ethereum, $2,900. Fills on Solana, $123. Time-stamped. Go find the tweet. Fuck you. Because I was dialed. I still have them all drawn here. 57, 2,900. I mean, this thing's up $1,000 fucking dollars, right? Boom, boom, boom. Sol up almost 50%. And this is exactly to the day I tweeted it. I'm going to find it because you know I'm petty like that. The editor's not going to edit this video, so you're just going to have to painfully watch me scroll back on my feed to the start of May. Actually, no, I won't have to because I retweeted it yesterday because I'm a goddamn goblin who's always looking for clout. If there's clout to be had, guess what? I'm hunting it. Okay, 9:32 a.m., May 1st. Nibbled some spot. BTC, Ethereum, and Sol. Look at the price. 57K. Okay? 9:30 a.m. That's right here. Literally right here. Okay? The bottom. What's up, brother? Did you buy the bottom with Mayne? Because you should have. So anyways, then the next video update I did, right? I'm fucking on one today, apparently. Shouldn't have had that coffee at the barber shop. Yeah, I go to the barber because I'm too lazy to shave my own head sometimes. The last video I did, which I uploaded last week to YouTube, said, hey, this is where the bulls need to step in, right? That was the point of it. We're at 61K. I said, if this is going to be treated similar to here, remember, run the lows, up, retest the breaker, and go. I said, if this is the case, this is where we want to see it go. I mentioned we had the sweep here. This is where I want to see the higher low form. And voila, it fucking ripped. So it chopped around, right? Came back down, went up again, came back down. I ended up longing this in the haven, this sweep, and then I closed it for a break even like a fucking pussy. But it is what it is, right? So I talked about this being the low and then the retracement for the higher low, right? So go watch that video from last week. I believe it was posted on Tuesday or maybe it was Friday, but it's on YouTube. It's on Twitter as well. I uploaded it to both. So, yeah, it's exactly what happened, right? So this worked out beautifully. We're now, above old all-time high here. So I think things look pretty good overall for Bitcoin. Can we get some sort of pullback? Where could that pullback go to? That's going to be the kind of thing that you want to try and figure out here. So let me just see here. I'm going to draw out. What do I want here? Do I want this range or do I want this range? We'll take last month's range here. No, fuck you, motherfucker. There you go. So we have last month's range here now on the chart. And you can see, right, took out the range low. Boom, we've got the mid-range, sitting here. Right in this cluster. Got demand here as well. And you've got kind of like a high time frame breaker here. So the significant pullback area would be the mid-range. So this is just last month's high and low, right? We took out the range low. Target becomes the range high, right? We're basically there. But I do think we're going to make a new all-time high. So the question is, how do you get on board if you missed the trade, right? So to me, I'm just going to move this over because it's pissing me the fuck off. There we go. To me, there's a couple scenarios, okay? So the aggressive pullback, I think, would be into this area here. And I think if you get lucky, because I don't think that this is high probability, I think this is less likely, would be a pullback to around the mid-range and into this kind of cluster of demand here. So you've got a couple order blocks here. You've got this consolidation. If we come back here, that's an instant bid for me. I think you can get in pretty comfy, probably with your stop below that low, or you just wait and watch low time frame price action, and then you might get a tighter stop. But the aggressive pullback to me is going to be, kind of 64 to 66. That's the, if you're lucky, pullback, right? Because a lot of times what you'll see after we have a big move here is you'll have everyone wants the entire move to retrace so they can get on board because they fucking missed it, right? And sometimes you don't get it, right? So when I closed this long for peanuts, right? And then this move happened, I said, okay, well, I would like to long this order block. Came shallow, ripped again. Right? So this would have been a bid if it came down here, but sometimes you don't get that fucking big retrace, right? Sometimes you just get a little retrace before it fucking rips again. So if we come down here, I would absolutely bid the shit out of it. But keep in mind, right, that's a fuck off. That's a 6 to, 8% pullback off the high. We might not get that lucky. But that is where I'd be looking to bid. This region around the mid-range, if we get lucky and get a significant pullback, okay? In terms of shallower pullbacks, right, we are retesting, right, the old all-time high. And if you zoom in, the H4 has a fair value gap here, right? So, I mean, this is a shallower kind of potential pullback here. But if we're really bullish, right, this H4 fair value gap, so we consolidated and then we broke away and we put in this big expansive candle. So if we're really bullish, we shouldn't go lower than here. And I'm not saying going lower than here is bearish, right? I'm not saying going lower than here is bearish, but if we go lower than here, that opens up the door for, you know, a not a much larger correction, but, you know, maybe we do something like this and then we come down here and then we get the bounce, right? But because I think things are looking strong, this is the first area of interest. So first area of interest is going to be this H4 fair value gap for price to react. It could be here, right, at the old all-time high. But I like this H4 fair value gap. We've got a low here now that can get run. If we get bullishness here, so maybe on the hourly, the 30-minute, the M15, you get some sort of sweep and reclaim, that'd be a long I'd consider. If this zone fails, right, this zone fails, I'd then be looking at that mid-range H12 daily kind of support area that I was talking about, you know, 65, 64, you know, anywhere in that kind of area that I'd mapped out. So those are the two scenarios I'm looking for on Bitcoin, and then I am looking for a new all-time high. I think the all-time high will be kind of muted. I think obviously Ethereum's got the spotlight right now, so I'm not saying Bitcoin can't go up, right? But Ethereum seems to have the spotlight, so, you know, maybe we get some sort of pullback here, and then another all-time high towards like 80 or something like that. And Ethereum is leading and outperforming, and Ethereum BTC continues to go up. And if you watched my last video, I talked about exactly this as well. I talked about the fact that, hey, what we need right now is not WIF to go up, right? Because this was when Don was getting all that hate for WIF. And I said, look, WIF does look bearish. And he was right. It went down like 30% from his entry. It doesn't mean, you know, just because it's bouncing now, it's still below where he shorted it. But I said we don't need meme coins specifically to pump, even though we're seeing Pepe, which I told you guys to long, go up. Bonk, which I posted a long on, going up. That's all great. Meme coins going up is great. But what we really want is BTC, Ethereum. We want the big boys to rally. And then that money, right, can flow into other assets. If Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, if Ethereum makes a new all-time high, if Solana and these things are trending up, right, the likelihood of that money trickling down and us seeing all these other coins go up as well is much higher than if we just kind of have these secular pumps where kind of everything's going sideways, just meme coins are pumping. You know what I mean? We want to see Bitcoin, Ethereum make new highs, get more attention, more money flows in, and then that attention and that money can flow to other places. A rising tide raises all ships, right? So there's Bitcoin. There's the plan for Bitcoin. Ethereum, again, bought it at fucking the Pico low because I am a Giga Chad with a thick neck. Unbelievably bullish. I think this is like the biggest Ethereum candle in 3 years or something I read. I also saw that Ethereum added Solana's market cap in a single day. So all good things. Looks really good. Ethereum is going to make a new all-time high. We are all on the same page there. However, actually, sorry, before I get into Ethereum, let's talk about the potential bear case. I don't really see a super bearish case. You know, could we reject from here? Sure, right? But where are we rejecting to? Again, if we are going to reject here, which we are for now, right? We've put in a high here. I'm still looking to buy the dip, right? So I'll try here or here. If given, maybe we get some really big correction. I find that a whole lot less likely. But again, I'm expecting a new all-time high. So any sort of pullback we get, I'll be looking for reasons to long, and I'm not really interested in shorting right now, unless something crazy happens, right? Like if we make a new high and they get a massive sell-off, right? Then that might be time to look on the short side. But for now, any sort of pullbacks, I'm looking for that to be an opportunity to long as opposed to trying to short the pullback. Okay? Ethereum as well, right? Looks super fucking bullish. Could we get a rejection from this area? There is supply up here, right? We've got this breaker, this order block. We've had a massive candle with zero pullback, right? Like look at this thing even on the hourly. This is just an insane move. So yeah, can this pull back a bit? Absolutely. But similar to Bitcoin, I'm looking for areas to potentially long, right? So I really like this on Ethereum. So if we get that 5% pullback, 6% pullback on Bitcoin, that could equate to something similar on ETH. I'm liking, 35 to even 3600 on ETH. Maybe the daily's got a better candle. I like that. Yeah, I like this kind of, zone. And I know it's a big zone. You can refine it, do whatever the fuck you want. But this kind of area, if we are going to get a pullback again, I'm not really looking to short this, because if it goes back below this high, right? In theory, you could short that with your stop here, but I'm bullish, and I think, if we do get a pullback here, this would just confirm to me, like if we get back below this high, this would just confirm to me that we're going to come down here. But this is where I'd be looking to long. Again, I'm not interested in shorting right now. I'm much more interested in, if we're rejecting and I think we're going down, where are we going down to? Because I want to long the dip, right? A deeper correction could take us back down into here. I don't know if that's as likely. However, we have the ETF decision set for the 23rd. Basically, right, now the chart was bullish. Everyone's going to say, oh, the ETF news, like Ethereum going up was going to happen. Just like Bitcoin going up, it was going to happen. The reason I know that is because I longed it, because the chart was bullish. There's always that question people have, was it the news or this and this? I'm of the belief, and there's no way to know who's right for sure, but I'm of the belief that the chart tells the story, right? I was bullish and we were long Ethereum and Bitcoin, Solana, because the chart told me to. The news that Ethereum's ETF went from likely not getting passed to 75% likelihood of getting passed to them, filing for, listing filings and shit, the 19 whatever dash whatever forms being sent in. That to me just accelerated what was already in process, which was Ethereum being bullish. Ethereum was bullish. The chart was bullish. It was going up. And then that happened. It accelerated it, right? The news injects the volatility. So we have this decision coming on Thursday. I find it unlikely that we're going to get an approval on Thursday. I wouldn't be surprised if it's similar to what happened with Bitcoin and the ETF, right? Where we get kind of this, game of chicken, or chicken's not even the right word, but like the Bitcoin ETF, I think got announced around here that it was likely to get approved, right? And then it got priced in aggressively. And then the actual ETF event, when it finally did get approved, was kind of choppy, right? And we ended up, getting the rally, then the sell-off, and then the actual rally after. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum does something similar, right? Where we're going to have this constant, fuckery of interns and these news accounts tweeting out that it's been delayed, it's been approved, there's an amendment, there's a this, there's that, and it's going to be volatile. What I can probably say with some level of certainty is that there won't be a complete free ride, and at some point we're going to get some crazy, washout in both directions. It hasn't really happened yet, right? This has just been up only. You could basically have longed Ethereum at any point, right, in the last fucking 48 hours, and like never have been in drawdown, So there will be some sort of washout. It will probably be choppy around the actual event. We'll see what happens Thursday. I bet you we'll get some sort of tweet Thursday that will wipe out a bunch of leverage players. So just be careful if you're purely playing this on leverage, especially if your fucking entry sucks and you're entering after a 20-25% move to the upside, right? But again, bullish. I think Ethereum's going to new all-time highs. I'd like to buy, closer to 35 to 36 if I'm so lucky. If we're not that lucky and this thing's really fucking strong, it's holding this H4 order block right now. And maybe we just make another leg up from here, and then we got to find fresh demand, that might be forming here. So if this is just going to hold this OB, make another leg, well, guess what? We have new demand probably forming here. Maybe that's where we get in, right? Okay, Ethereum BTC. I just made the box bigger, right? And I lowered it down, and it fucking finally worked. again. So what I had marked out here, I think, was a monthly order block, right? Yeah, it's this monthly OB. And I know the box is huge, but we're not playing the monthly box itself, right? We're zooming in. Okay, what happened at the level? We got into the box. We put in a weekly SFP right there. We've got your H12 breakers way the fuck down here. So that's pretty much useless. I'd probably look at the 3-day here. And I'd say this now wants to hold, right? We don't really, yeah, this move can retrace a bunch, but you don't really want it to retrace too much because look what happened here, right? We had the sweep. This was very similar. Big reaction. Everyone got bullish Ethereum. Okay, it's allowed to come back to the breaker. It did. Pumped again, but failed to make a new high, and we got new lows, right? So if this is really bullish, right, this type of retest here, you want to then see a higher low of this price leg, and then you want to see continuation. It's the exact same setup that Bitcoin had at the bottom, right? Exact same here, okay? Took out the low, big move up, bled back into it, but you want to see it form support and then continue higher. That's what we want to see Ethereum BTC do here, right? It's got the low taken out. It's pushing up now. We want to see if this move retraces a little bit. We want to see it hold as support, okay? But the good news is Ethereum's trading at $3,800, right? Bitcoin's back at 70, and Ethereum BTC still looks like shit. Like this is promising, and this is, you know, it looks really good now that it's had this move, but this still can go crazy, right? So those, you know, waiting for Ethereum outperformance, Ethereum-based altcoins, we're already starting to see that outperformance happening just in a very short period of time. We've had it over the last, you know, day and a half here, but this still is not even remotely in an uptrend yet, right? So that bodes well. Now, Donnell brought some interesting points up about, okay, if Ethereum's really bullish, you know, things are going to go higher. Things can get fucking crazy. Absolutely agree. He thinks it could take some attention away from Bitcoin. You know, that's up for you to decide, right? Ethereum generally rallies at the end of rallies, not at the beginning, right? Usually we see Bitcoin all-time high, then Bitcoin starts to dick around, and then Ethereum goes crazy, and then it's fucking over. So something to keep in mind, but, you know, that it means even if he's right, this is what Ethereum BTC did before all-time high, before the market crashed, right? It went up 200%. So if we were to even get 100% move, this chart would look crazy and everything would be priced way higher. Pepe ended up being the biggest gainer. I mentioned that in Telegram. I said, I'm watching Pepe. I posted a signal as well in Haven, and I posted on Telegram too, just saying, hey, like this is the coin that I think is the one you want to watch. It's kind of the, you know, Ethereum meme coin. So good to see that up, you know, 30% from the post and the entry here. I missed the initial entry, right, which was this retest, but basically I just fucking aped in when I saw us kind of closing back above this breaker here. Stop was at the daily low. I think this goes much higher. If Ethereum continues to rally, I think Pepe continues to rally. So that's my kind of choice alt right now. I do like Bonk. I think Bonk looks really good. High time frame. 3-day order block, market structure break, any sort of retest here, sub 30 even on Bonk, I think is probably a buy. I don't know if we're going to get this lucky, but if we do, it's a fucking long. So, you know, I would set stink bids in this kind of an area because if we get some sort of crazy wick that doesn't last very long, right, this is going to be one of those areas that I think hits and then it's up 10% before you can fucking even realize it. You know, with the weekly sweep, H12 MSB, and then there was another short setup. There's multiple short setups in here. And from the zone, right, it did give like almost a 30% drop. But I wouldn't want to be short anything right now, to be honest with you. This still is weaker than other markets. Like, and I posted this on Twitter. Right, like WIF is weaker than Bonk right now. So if you have to long one of the two, right, Pepe is also a lot stronger than WIF. WIF dominated everything for a very long time, right? As you can see, right? This is WIF dominating, WIF dominating, WIF dominating. But since April, Pepe is smoking WIF, right? In terms of return. So there's other memes, right? If you're trying to trade your memes and you don't know which meme to long, compare them. Find which one has the most bullish ratio chart. That's the one you're going to want to long, right? So I think Pepe's way stronger than WIF. Pepe is probably also way stronger than Bonk, right? Right? Pepe's smoking everything right now, but Bonk is stronger than WIF. So if you want to choose Bonk or WIF, you can do that analysis. And I linked the video I did like 2 years ago explaining how that works and all that stuff. But you can compare any assets. Which one should I long, right? And well, take a look at them. That's all ETH-BTC is. If this is bullish, Ethereum's the better long. Not necessarily the better long. Well, it is the better long if you're looking to long. But if this ratio is bullish, if ETH-BTC is bullish, it means Ethereum's stronger than BTC. So if they're both going up, Ethereum's going up more. If they're both going down, Ethereum's going down less. And you can do that analysis with all the alts. And I suggest you do if you want to maximize your rotations and your returns and things like that. There's obviously, you want to take the highest beta play, right? What's going to go up the most, that's what you want to long. But you have to balance that with what chart can you actually find a setup on. And if you can marry the two, like I did with Pepe, not only was there a clean setup, but it also was the highest gainer. Those are obviously some of the home runs that you want to hit. So long story short, everything looks really good. I will try and do more videos this week. Of just all sorts of shit. I want to stream. I want to do a gambling stream. I'll do a React video. Maybe I'll do some blogs. I don't fucking know. Whatever you guys want to see, let me know. You want me to do day in the life videos like Trading Lord? You want me to do trade recaps and just flex my watches and P&Ls? I can do that, but he's more handsome than me. So, but I am taller. So, there's that. My neck way thicker. But yeah, Trading Lord is the homie. Love his videos. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Do you just like the market updates? Do you want more of Mayne? Do you? Do you even give a shit? Do you want to see me play video games? Do you want to see me record vlog content? Do you just want me to just live stream myself reacting to YouTube videos and reading shit on Reddit? What do you want? What do you want from me? Just tell me. Anyways, we'll upload this on YouTube, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Chat to y'all later. Buy fucking challenges at Breakout Prop. Use the Bybit link in the description. Your boy has to feed order block. He's a hungry, growing boy. Talk to you soon. Peace.